What is going on, guys? It's your boy Chris Cage coming at you 2 times, back with another weekly race video. We done showed you the realistic cars, now it's time to show you the fantasy cars. We are back on the free range Raceway track as before. And as you see right off the corner of your side right there, the fantasy cars are ready. The Chris Cage 2 times invitational fantasy car FR race is going to start. And look at the sea of cars. One of these lucky 40 are going to become our winner of our first ever inaugural 40 car race. And we're going to start it off with round number 1, which is going to kick it off right now. It is now time to start the first round. Here are the first 2. And your first winner is Nerve Hammer. Alright, here are your next 2. And your winner is Exotic. Alright, next 2. Alright, Bone Shaker is going to get the win now. Here are your next 2. I'm going to have to give this to Phantasm. Alright, next 2. Backdraft. Alright, next 2. And this was an Indonesian made Hot Wheels car, or casting. Fire Eater is going to get the win. Bye-bye, Buns of Steel. Alright, next 2. Alright, Gazella R is going to get the win. Alright, next 2. And Ballistic is going to cross the line first. Alright, next 2. Roadster! Alright, next 2. Exploder gets the win. Alright guys, next 2. I didn't have to hit the trigger.
Lane 2.
Or no, I didn't have to hit the starting gate. They were like, okay, let's go. Well, because of that botch, we're going to have to get the win to Sidekick. That's the first ever botch start that has ended up with the actual finish. Chalk that one up if you do a YouTube rewind for 2019. Alright, next 2. This time, this one was not botched.
Winner, lane 2.
HW50. Alright, next 2. Let's hope a slide kick can get the win.
Winner, lane 1.
And he did. Alright, next 2. And these are some X-Racers. Carbide. All right, next two. Turbo Charge gets the win. We have some racers that are all in for this race. And that was not a AEW or all-in pun at all.
Winner, lane 6.
Circle Trucker gets the win. Next two.
Winner, lane 6.
Loop Coupe. All right, next two.
Winner, lane 3.
Looks like Too Tough is too slow. Get it? But your winner is the Rocket League Bone Shaker. All right, second to the last, group of two. Let's see who wins this. All right, DNF. Actually, I've just been told that we have to redo it.
Winner, lane 5.
All right, your winner is Split Image 2. And here are the final two cars for round number 1. It's time to see who will get that all-important spot and move on to the second round.
Winner, lane 1.
And GT Racer is not going to move on because Tour de Fast is going to get this win. Here is how the field looks for round number 2. And round number 2 is going to begin up next. Round 2 starting.
Winner, lane 6.
I believe we're going to give that to Exotic. All right, next two.
Winner, lane 1.
That may just have to go to that car right there, Phantasm. Here's the next two.
Winner, lane 6.
Backdraft. All right, next two.
Winner, lane 6.
I'm giving that to Ballistic. Okay, next two.
Winner, lane 1.
And your winner is Exploder. All right, next two.
Winner, lane 2.
Sidekick. All right, next two.
Winner, lane 2.
Carbide defeated Slide Kick. Next two.
Winner, lane 6.
Right. Turbo Charged again gets the win. We have Indonesian-made Hot Wheels cars facing off against each other. Let's see who will get the win. And Bone Shaker is going to move on to the next round. Here are the final two. It's time to see which one of these two will move on to the third round.
Winner, lane 2.
We're going to have to take a look at that replay here, because I might just want to give it to the Tour de Fast, but it may have to go to, what's his name? Split Image 2. So the race is under review. After reviewing the tape, the ruling on the track has confirmed that Splitting Image 2 has crossed the line. It was a very heated race coming down the end of the track, but despite being turned around by Tour de Fast or whatever happened, Splitting Image 2 has gotten enough momentum to make his way across the line just in the nick of time as Tour de Fast did the same, but he had the more quicker reaction than him. So he will be moving on to the third round with Bone Shaker, as we see these other 8 cars that are also moving on to the third round on top of that. And it's time now to begin the third round, and that is coming up next. Third round here. It's time to see who will move on to the next round.
Winner, lane 5.
And Exotic has gotten a win in convincing fashion. Alright, next two.
Winner, lane 2.
Ballistic does the unthinkable and stops Backdraft. Alright, next two.
Winner, lane 1.
Alright, looks like it's going to have to go to Sidekick. Alright, next two.
Winner, lane 6.
The previous race is under review. At the end of the tape, after reviewing the tape, the ruling on the track stands as Turbocharged is going to get the win. Those two cars were neck and neck down the end of the track, and it all came down to who was fastest. And so far, Turbocharged possibly used his massive thruster to get the win. Here are the final two. Now, just like with the last weekly race, one of these two are going to get an ultimate pass, as the other 2 rounds will be decided by these cars. Let's see who will get the ultimate pass.
Winner, lane 2.
Even though it hit that, or even though it said lane 2, remember, free range racing rules apply. So I clearly saw Bone Shaker cross the line first, even though he possibly did not hit the trigger. So yes, that's going to get the win. Can he? I don't know. I don't know how he did not hit the trigger, but he didn't. But Bone Shaker is going to get the win. Here's how the field is going to look like. This car is going to get the ultimate pass, while these final 4 right here are going to move on to round 4, and that will be coming up next. Time to begin the 4th round. Here are your first 2.
Winner, lane 5.
I didn't see a damn thing, so I'm going to have to redo this one.
Winner, lane 5.
Alright, Ballistic is going to get the win here. Alright, here are your final 2. It's time to see who will move on to the semifinals.
Winner, lane 3.
Turbocharged did not have any type of momentum to match this car right here, which is Sidekick. As Sidekick will be moving on to the next round. Bone Shaker is watching as these 2 will battle it out in the semifinals. And that match will be coming up next. Semifinals time. This is a one and done race. Who is going to challenge the Bone Shaker? False start, Sidekick.
Winner, lane 1.
Looks like the Sidekick says, F this ish, I'm out. Wow, Ballistic is going to be the car to challenge Bone Shaker. 2 Indonesian-made Hot Wheels cars going up against each other. Bone Shaker, Ballistic. The finals is coming up next. Who is going to win this invitational FRR race? This is it, the final round. Which one of these 2 are going to win the invitational race? This is the best 2 out of 3. Here is the first run.
Winner, lane 5.
Bone Shaker has won. If Bone Shaker wins again, he is your winner of the Chris Cage 2 times Fantasy Car Invitational Free Range Raceway race. Man, that's a mouthful. But Ballistic has to win in order to stay alive.
Winner, lane 5.
It all comes down to one race because Ballistic has won it. Both cars got one race. Or no, both cars got one win. It all comes down to this. The final run. Bone Shaker or Ballistic. Who is it going to be? Here goes nothing.
Winner, lane 4.
It's going to be Bone Shaker. The iconic Hot Wheels car has done it yet again. Here in the weekly race. Congratulations to the Bone Shaker. He lasted 39 other cars to become today's inaugural winner. And that'll do it for today's weekly race. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a comment down below. If you are brand new watching, just be sure you subscribe and also turn on the notifications bell. It's your boy Chris Cage, and I'm coming at you 2 times, and we will see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.